has been received today of the disappearance of a TTC with the Arcalian Lady April Cole on board. Transmission was received from the TTC in the moments prior to its disappearance.
Capsule log TTC Trevelyan Lady Apodilia Variceris Calidria reporting. We are en route back from Arcalian Research Station 174 following a routine supply drop and data inspection. I'm pleased to say the research at the station is progressing whoa. What? Mayday, this is an SOS distress call from the TTC Trevelyan. We were hit by an explosion in the time vortex. Our sensors and engines are offline. Repeat, we are flying blind. Send help.
There have been various theories advanced for the cause of this disaster, but one theory is that a clue might be given in a recent video release by the Cardinal Chapter of House Arcalian.
By the time this broadcast is released to the public, a brand new Eye of Harmony will have become active in Time Station Zenobia. This eye will more than benefit all the other houses out there, as the power draw required for such a large stock take by 5 massive cardinal colleges is something we need to make sure can go without any power outages. The brand new Eye of Harmony in the basement of Time Station Zenobia is now active. Anyone using their Omega-built TARDIS can land there and refuel as normal, but because the Eye itself is much bigger, there will be a lot more power to spare. And, oh yes, while I'm on the subject of the Eye of Harmony, I would like to apologise to the Arcalian scientific team who were busy studying star X3-310. I was not to know that you were studying that star for an entire year before I transducted the entire station there and grabbed the star out of orbit. Still, plenty of other stars out there in the SL space you can look at as they blow up, I suppose.
We visited Zenobia Station and spoke to the head of the Cerulean chapter, Councillor Mornington. Councillor, thank you for agreeing to talk to me today. Can you tell us something about this amazing sight that we see behind us?
Ah, yes, I'd be glad to. This is the brand new Eye of Harmony for this station. There is in fact 2 Eye of Harmonies, the main one being under the Panopticon, but very recently, in fact just this week actually, the Eye of Harmony for Time Station Zenobia was recently overhauled, and you're looking at the results of that overhaul.
Fantastic. Can you tell me how you acquired this very impressive eye?
Well, it was a matter of looking through the galaxy charts and picking the correct star just before its moment of death. It's got to be a very, very precise calculation. If the star is a little bit over the death throes, then transducting an entire time station on top of it would probably rip the station apart. And of course, if the star is just before its death throes, then it would be far too large to fit inside the rather large part of the station we're in just now. It has to be timed perfectly, as far as I was led to believe by the 2 researchers from House Cerulean. There only really was a choice of 3 stars, and the one we're looking at right now was the one that was ripe for picking.
Excellent. Can you tell me if there's any rumour that there were other researchers and research stations in the vicinity when you did the plucking?
Well, we were not to know. We didn't find this out until after we actually ripped the star from orbit. In fact, it was several hours after we ripped the star from orbit. We did not know there happened to be a House Arcalian station in orbit of the star that is now behind us. Had we actually known, we would have contacted House Arcalian and gave them, a long amount of warning before we actually transducted the station. Let it be known, though, that as far as we're led to believe, the Arcalian science station is still in one piece. I mean, it's not as if we actually transducted Zenobia right on top of them. We were miles away.
Miles?
Yes, give or take.
Right. And the rather disturbing video that has come out of what appeared to be a rather violent attack on the time capsule was nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing. I have been talking to some of House Cerulean's best scientists, and from what we're led to believe, that time capsule was already in the vortex. It was in the vortex, everyone could see it in the vortex when the explosion started to happen, which means they had already left the Arcalian science station. For all we know, they could have been attacked while within the vortex itself. As far as we're led to believe, when a star is plucked from orbit, and it's happened twice before already, the original Eye of Harmony for Time Station Zenobia and the main Eye of Harmony under the Panopticon. Lord President Sen himself actually took the star under the Panopticon. From what the scientists seen who were with us at the time, there was no repercussions at all from ripping a star from its orbit and surrounding it in barriers. Just a couple of small chronoton waves, maybe a small gravitational shock wave, but nothing that would cause any damage whatsoever.
I see. Mr. Mornington, thank you for that very lucid scientific explanation.
Thank you for giving me a chance to explain it.
Meanwhile, concern for the still missing Lady April grows. And I'm joined here by the Lord Cardinal of House Arcalian. Lord Cardinal, can you tell me how you first heard this terrible news?
Oh, well, I saw the transmission at the same time everyone else saw it. The whole ordeal itself is very shocking indeed. Lady April is a good friend of mine, and it is so important that we retrieve her from this mess.
And I believe you're intending to travel to the area where the transmission was received and then search for her.
Well, I have already gathered a team of Arcalian engineers together, and they are, as we speak, preparing to receive the same coordinates that she took. I myself will be leaving to find her.
Do you think there could be any connection between the disappearance of Lady April and the activities of House Cerulean in that area in their attempt to capture the star that's forming the new Eye of Harmony at Zenobia Station?
Well, I'm not one to make accusations, however I do feel that there's something amiss on the whole situation, and the recent retrieval of the star itself could maybe have created a problem which even us Time Lords don't know of.
Well, Lord Cardinal, we will be following your attempts to recover Lady April with keen interest here at New Gallifrey Public Record, and we wish you every success.
Thank you.
And in one final news story for today, a mysterious transmission has been received.
The importance of the narwhals in this matter cannot be overstated. On that note, my fellow Prydons, I must remind you that security level tapioca is still in effect, and therefore it is important to eject all silica-based matter within your capsules into the vortex. And someone needs to deliver the flowers for the party. For tonight, we dine at Sardi's! Your Castellan, the Madman.
This is Safia Widdershins reporting for the New Gallifrey Public Record.